All right, good morning. So this is an update for my Whipple Supercharger. So far, I put quite a bit of miles on it. I'm at like 16 or 17,000 miles on my truck now, and so it's been since October. It's been a pretty decent amount, and I just got it. Actually, I went to Gearheads Fabrications in Stewart or Jensen Beach, Florida, and we took my uncle's Corvette there, and he just got his supercharged with a Stage 2 Pro Charger, the new C8 Corvette. And thing's pretty damn quick. But so far, my Whipple has been doing good. Down there at Gearhead, they said it sounds like it's kind of suffocating a little bit because Whipple makes you put on the stock air intake, and you just swap out the filter. So I am gonna put an air intake on there. I'm gonna have to adapt one on there because it does sound like it's not getting the air it needs. It's just not enough. But it's here's the results from the dyno. So one of the runs, it was getting, this is to the wheels also, which is, this is the kind of horsepower you actually want to put. They say you lose like 15-20% from the crank. So I'm putting out 433 to the wheels, and that's horsepower. And then torque, I'm putting out 457 pounds of torque. So my torque actually is higher than my horsepower, which is pretty good. And it stays, you can see, it stays pretty steady. It goes up real fast right from the start, and then it kind of just levels out with a good amount of torque compared to like the horsepower. Just goes up a little bit and then it just keeps going up, which is pretty good. And they said the numbers will jump up faster, and it should get even more power if I put an air intake. He said, I guarantee, because all they do is soup up cars down there at Gearhead Fabrication. So I believe that all of them, they're really good down there. They have cars pushing 1,000 horsepower, 1,500 to the wheels and stuff. And I mean, all they do is mess with this stuff. And he likes Whipple, and he said you just gotta, it needs air. So I'm gonna switch that out and see if I can get it retuned by Whipple and have Trifecta send me a new tune once I get it all up, and see if it'll change it, because I think it will. Because before, I had an air intake when I first put it together, and it sounded even different. Like the supercharger had more of a whine sound, and it was like sucking air. You can hear it sucking the air. And ever since I put the stock one back on and the filter like they wanted me to, it definitely changed. And I could tell because I wasn't spinning the wheels as easy either. Because at first I was spinning the wheels easier, but they said most of their tune is for basically all stock engine and stuff. But who wants to keep their stuff stock? Especially if you're supercharging it. You're gonna want to adapt it and make it better. So, and I don't want to suffocate the damn thing. But it runs fine. I mean, it runs almost like a factory truck. Like most people can't even tell. And then when you stomp on it, of course, it's got the power, and it sucks you back a little bit. And it's quick. I beat a Raptor with this thing, but it was a V6 Raptor. It wasn't one of those new Raptor R's. And my friend's TRX, it won't even come close to that thing. I did like 0 to 60 in like 5 seconds with this, but those TRXs, it's a whole other monster. And then the Raptor R's, those new ones, they're beating the TRXs by like 1/10 of a second. So they're quick now too. But I've, of course, putting a supercharger on it has made it a lot better truck. Just its drivability and everything, and pulling stuff when you put stuff in the back. I mean, if I'm pulling a boat or my wave runners and stuff, like, you can tell, I mean, it feels like there's nothing back there. So that kind of stuff, I'm going to be going back fishing soon and pulling the net, which is heavy, and putting even heavier stuff in the back of the bed. And before I left and stuff, I was doing that, moving floats around. They're a couple thousand pounds, and I mean, it drives completely fine. But yeah, so that's the update, and I'll give you another update when I start switching things and changing some of the air intake and tune and stuff like that. See if it's worth it for anybody out there that was thinking of doing the same, because I think it will. I definitely think it will. So I'm gonna try and adapt it and see what I can do. All right, guys, for the next video, I'll see you then.